Yo, yo, yo. Guess who it is? It's we back, bro. Worse than internet. We back in this bit, boy. It's episode 48. You already know what time it is, bro. I know we've been gone, but let's start off this dub the goat. Yerp to myself. Call me Maul.
Subscribe.
Bet on CD.
You know.
And this is worse than internet, people. We back, bro. What's up, fellas? We back. Talk to me, bro.
Man, first of all, man, I know we've been on a little hiatus, but man, we coming back full force, man. I'm just gonna let y'all know that I'm excited for what we have planned, even though we ain't got much planned right now. But the ideas in my head that we about to come.
You can't tell the people that, bro. You supposed to say what we got planned.
Anyway, the ideas I have in my head, trust me, bro. Y'all gonna be. Just wait on it, bro. Just wait on it, bro. Like my man, D'Amico said. Well, I said my man, my men's. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, man, I'm excited about that. But first of all, man, how y'all feeling, man? Y'all ready to get back into this swing of things?
Oh, sure, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all give me something to do on depending on Dub. You know, Dub like Tuesday morning, bro. You know, usually it's Sundays, bro. I'm just be honest with the people, bro. You know, today is actually on a Tuesday, bro. First time in a minute. But, you know, I don't know, bro. I just want to record again, talk about these topics, controversial topics. Usually, that's what the name works in English, bro.
Hey, bro, I'm happy to be back, bro. You know, we've been on this hiatus. We've been traveling, living our best summer. You know how we get down, bro. Maul been over there about to make me cry every time he posts a picture, bro. I'll be over here tears like in his picture, bro. I'm like, God damn, bro. Nigga goes like a motherfucker, bro.
Hey, you gotta pull up, bro. It won't cost that much to get over here, bro, from Miami.
I'm gonna slide, but don't worry about me. I'm gonna slide.
I already looked at your prices to get there. I was like, I was thinking about flying to Miami to get to North Carolina.
I'm telling you, bro. I slide, bro. It ain't nothing for me.
Yeah, you know I'm sliding as soon as I get the chance.
Let me know, man. Let me know.
So one thing I wanted to talk about, and this is gonna be our first and probably our only worst update day, is what the hell have we been at, man? What have we been doing? Like, where's the show? You know, and I want to give y'all some insight into that real quick. So for me, this summer has been full of like just traveling, seeing my family, spending time with them, friends, just kind of getting out and seeing the world. Like I've probably been to New York, once like twice in the past 6 months. Miami, of course. Went to Vegas for the second time. Just trying to get out and like I said, just see the world, you know, just have fun. Because you start to realize, man, with the passing of so many people this year and the continued passing of people, you just want to enjoy your life as much as you can. So that's kind of the journey that I've been on lately. As well as also I'm about to go through a career change as well. I'll be going back home to my hometown for a little bit, probably about a year or two, getting some very structured, I say, not improvements, but this journey I'm going is very structured and something that I think will improve my chances of getting a better job in my career. So that's kind of the things that I've been on, some things I've been working on. Also planning on going back to school, but we'll see how that goes because I hate school, so we'll see. So what's going on with y'all, man? What's been happening?
Still, working for the man, doing my thing. That's it. Last time I was out here, bro, I was working comm squad, working for the control squad. I guess that's a similar, some kind of change. I do the same job, but ain't nothing changed like that. But just like you hit the nail in the coffin, bro. Just sacrificing, what I'm saying, a little bit of time, so I can just go ahead and do what I gotta do later. That's it, bro. Traveling is the main thing, bro.
I was about to say, you about to skip over all that traveling you've been doing.
Exactly, bro. This man goes somewhere new every weekend.
Hold on, man. We're gonna get to it.
We're going to Rome, Milan, Slovenia. I mean,
Places I can't even pronounce.
I can't pronounce some of that shit, so I ain't about to sit here and try to say it. I've been, bro. I know Capri, with Magic Johnson, they was out there, bro. He had just missed it, bro. Like the same location he was sitting at, spinning around, he just missed it. He had just left on the boat, went to another island. So that shit was cool, man. Last weekend went to Slovenia. But Slovenia always about, bro. This shit is like, that's like the city out here with me, bro. I fuck with Slovenia. That shit fun, bro. When you get down, bro. That shit good. Yeah, bro. I can't name some of the places I've been, but I'm not pronouncing this shit. Morgan. My bad, folks.
Speaking of that, man, how's that going, man? Because I guess y'all are approaching the 1 year soon here, right?
Yes, sir. It's going good, bro. Another day, another dollar. My mom didn't like something I put on Snapchat about it. You know, it was a joke, but whatever, bro.
It's parents for you, man.
It is what it is, bro.
Last but not least, Doug, what's up, man? Been a little quiet over there.
Hey, man. My journey in life called progress, bro. All I can do, bro. I'm just making progress, bro. Slow and steady, bro. Goddamn. Hey, this quote, I heard this quote a couple weeks ago. It's been stuck in my head, bro, to get me through, bro. It ain't about what you achieve. It's about what you become in the process, bro. I heard that. That touched my soul, boy, because good God. You already know how my life set up. Hey, man. I'm making progress, bro. I done got back into the real estate, bro. So I got my first deal. That's what happened since we've been gone, bro. I got my first deal officially. Got paid, bro. After almost 2 years of working at it, bro. That was my first deal. I just gained probably 30 new investors from Facebook, bro. Y'all better, if you got any type of business, bro, you better use them Facebook groups, bro. There's a lot of people in them groups, thousands of people. And I just posted in a whole bunch of them, bro. I got a lot of people hitting me back about buying property. So let's see what, this next coming weeks hold as far as me getting some more deals done. But that's it, bro. That football season right around the corner. I'm about to go start at my new high school coaching at Flanagan High School. So I'm excited about that. I got that itch, bro. Like last week, I've been watching football like it ain't nothing, bro. Like the whole summer I've been cooling on it, but it's just crazy how the season right around the corner, I just got that itch again, bro, ready to get back to work. And just been training, bro, training all weekend. All since we've been off, going to camps, went to University of Florida camp, Florida State camp, traveling, went to Vegas with Corey. Bruh, I don't know where else I went. I went back home, North Carolina, went to Cleveland. Went to Cleveland for the 4th of July. So I've been making moves, bro. Trying to, enjoy my life, do the best I can, bro.
We went to New York too, bro. Don't leave that out.
We went to New York.
Oh, I think we talked about that earlier. We did.
Yeah, we were still recording when that happened.
Oh, yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that. Slippery slope.
Yeah, man, I've been trying to live my best life on the little dime, but we making it happen.
Hey, that's all that matters, man. So, man, let's go ahead and get into it, man. I got a very special guest to introduce to the people today, man. This guy right here, man, he hails from Washington, North Carolina. That's where me and Maul are from. As you can see, man, we like to have a lot of North Carolina natives on this podcast. That's where, our hearts are, man, especially in the 2-5, man. I call him Coach Sports Sawyer's favorite. He know what that means. I had to throw that out there, boy. Go ahead. He's a former collegiate athlete. He played football at my alma mater, well, I guess our alma mater at East Carolina University.
I didn't know.
And he's a new independent artist. I guess we can still call you fairly new. He's an independent artist in North Carolina. Man, I'm happy to introduce my boy, Jimmy Williams, aka Jim Dunkin.
Jim Dunkin, what's good, man? Appreciate you having me out here, Brody. That's my word. My guy, you. I just met you. I met your boy before. I can't remember where I met your boy at, but I met him before I was with you. But we was in the same area.
I'm about to say, if it was A&T, boy, I'll probably fade it, bro.
I can't remember for sure, man. But it's a pleasure, man. I appreciate you.
Man, so man, we can't start this off, man. We just asked our co-hosts how they doing, man. How you doing, man? How's things out in your world?
I'm doing good, man. I finally, really to the end of the one take dunk thing. This whole album, it's been pretty much a year since I really dropped the complete project, everything put together. So, getting back out there, kind of getting back into the music, pushing it heavy like I really want to, man. It's got me in a real good place for real.
And say some of that, man. We gonna get into that in a minute, man. We gonna hear about
my
the tape.
bad, man.
Come on, man.
I gotta put it out there. Friday, it's 2 days.
Hey, there we go. Hey, we on it. We on it, man. But let's save a little bit. We gonna get all into that, bro. So I know one important question that we want to start off with for you. What made you want to pursue a career as an artist?
I always been into music. Like ever since I was small, like I was really into like rap music. Like turn on the TV, listen to the radio. Like, I was always into music. Like even like being around like in church and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you in church with me, like we're always around music, something musical. Whether we was dancing, whether we was in the choir, no
Hey,
matter
chill
what,
out,
we was
bro.
always around music for real.
Hey, bro, shout out, Deeper Life, shout out, Deeper Life. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I think that musical influence, it really helped me get through like some of my toughest times for real. You know what I'm saying? That really made me want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, that's what I seen. That's what really inspired me. That's what I idolize, like people in music. So I think it just really over time, like I couldn't really put any time into it because of football like I wanted to. So I just think it kind of just built up in me, and it was just like, all right, man, forget this. I'm about to go. Like I feel like I got something good in this. Like let me put everything I done had in me all my life, whatever else, and just put it into something.
So my question would be for you too, man. You just mentioned the football. Like, was it hard for you to step back from that pathway you worked your whole life, like in sports, to just go back to something that you're so passionate about? Like, and that's a brave thing to do too, because it's like you basically made it, really.
Yeah. For real. That's the hardest thing I had to do in my life for real. And it really had been years of me wanting to do it, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, like that's so tough. It was just like maybe if I keep doing it, like something gonna happen that I'm gonna get that same want to, that same love for it, the same everything that I want from it internally. And it was just like year after year, week after week, day after day. It was just like this is like on the outside, it may look like all right, I'm getting better, like I made it, but I was really like just killing myself internally for real. Like and like even down to my health, like it was just like I was really just waking up football, like mental health, like, everything was football. Like I looked around in my regular life and it was just like, bro, I don't even really know nobody for real. Like I don't like living like that. That ain't really that cool to me. And then it was just like everything coming together and then seeing my position where I was at, like, yeah, I made it. Like, yeah, I can grind out and be on a team and maybe be one of those guys that come from being undrafted to being a star. But like people got to remember that hill is high, like in itself. Like getting there, like the hill was high. But all right, now you talking about like seeing the success that I want. Like yeah, it's cool. Like I could go and play hard, be on a couple teams. You know what I'm saying? Like make some money, start my career. But that wasn't my dream. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't what I looked at. Like I just like I wanted to be in a position where if I'm gonna do this, like all right, I'm doing this for real. Like I'm a baller. Like I ain't no bench player. Like I ain't never been no bench player. Like I ain't and you not about to tell me that I don't get to say, hey bro, I ain't no bench player. I don't feel like I should have to work 10 times as hard as somebody else, you know what I'm saying? When I can bring the same thing to the table and I know that in that business it just don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like all of that just combined, it was just like, all right, bro, I'll find my way somewhere else.
So, like I said, me knowing you, man, I know you played like, your life was sports year round. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We played on a couple of same football teams. Coming from rec, of course, basketball. I know you played a little baseball here and there. And man, honestly, man, I thought you should have kept playing baseball because you could have got that little, 200 mil for 6 years. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
For
So,
real.
hey, look, I'm all about the money, man. But
For real.
so I mean, I know you talked about like kind of just how hard it is, but like I said, I'm gonna just speak on that testament because I know, like I said, we've been around sports 24/7. Ain't nothing else to do in Washington, but either
Yeah.
play sports or the other path. Um, so like I know that's hard for you. Um, but just speak on like just that transition from like going from sports to just music. Like how big of a transition is it, and like how hard was it?
It's tough. Like a lot of people think like, all right, I play football, like, oh, I'm a rap now. He gonna have fans. Like those people was never coming to my page. They was never following me. They was never liking a picture because I can make music. You know what I'm saying? they was coming there because I was a football player. I was a good football player. So that'll be like, all right, you follow an artist on Instagram because they draw good, and then the next day they'd be like, I ain't drawing no more. And then they just start posting pictures of videos of them DJing. You can be like, bro, I follow you for your regular art. Like, bro, I'm not following you no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm out. Like, that's not how it goes
Well,
when you in entertainment.
real quick, would you say you lost followers because of that too?
Yeah, I lost a lot of followers because of that. Like that's one thing that I've watched since I started like music. Like a lot of my followers dropped off because it was just like I instantly like, all right, bro, they wanted to see Jimmy the football player. So it's just like they was already off of it. Like any type of you rapping, you making music, you anything, like I'm already off of it. You a football player. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of I got a lot of that. It was just like I gotta kind of like I'm starting from scratch. Like so it won't like the transition won't tough like far as like that, but it was just like seeing it, like you seeing the transition in, all right, you not taking this cloud or whatever else you want to call it from that football stuff into this music. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta brand yourself as literally Jim Dunkin the artist, like not Jim Dunkin the artist that was a football player, because ain't posting football pictures no more. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nobody coming for nothing in football. So it's just like, all right, really having to get people attention again. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm doing this for real. Like I'm not just, oh, I quit football to be artist rapper. Like, nah, this is just something that's been with me always. And is what I decided to do after I said I was done with ball. But that transition really it made me more happy because like I kind of broke it down. You know, I'm used to being on the schedule with football all the time, and it's just like without it, I was just everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But now I got this music. Like I'm forcing myself to have a schedule. I'm forcing myself to do certain things that, you know what I'm saying, it was part of my everyday life for 5-6 years. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of threw me off once I got in the real world because I had all this free time. Like everything is free, like out here. So it's just like you do whatever you want, whatever decisions you make. That's what it is. Like in college, it won't structure like that. It was like you have to be here doing this. So that helped me really slow my life back down and kind of get it together.
That's facts. I know one question. Well, moving on because I want to get away from the whole football thing. What have been or who have been some of the artists that you have, or have been inspired by or that you look up to while you're on this journey?
I would say like the biggest one for real is, I mean, of course, Slim Dunkin, because that was my initial inspiration for any
That's
type
the
of
first one I was
artistry.
thinking of.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
any type of
remember that.
artistry. We gonna stamp that off the gate, you know what I'm saying, RP Dunk. But yeah, like he definitely created me like wanting to be like, all right, legit. Like I want to do music. I want to do anything entertainment where I can use some type of charisma. Like that's been my influence because he was super charismatic, you know what I'm saying? And I really like that. And artists, you know what I'm saying? Any artist that you got, like everybody got their own kind of charisma that make them them. Like I love that, you know what I'm saying? So I'll say like Slim Dunkin for sure. And number 2 would definitely be Young Dolph. Like the way he literally like kind of built that, like that's what everybody really is trying to do. Like every rapper that you look at, like they trying to build their own label, but they had to go through this label, this management group, to finally get to where they can build their own label. He came in like off rip, like, all right, this and me, can't nobody tell me nothing. Like this is mine. Like I'm into that. Like I'm really for that. Like I don't want to work for nobody. Like, and it's the same way. Like I don't want nobody telling me when I can drop my music and when I can't drop my music. Like ever. Like I don't care what you paying me. Like to tell me like, oh, you're not gonna drop. We're gonna drop this day and this day, and it ain't nothing you can do because we pretty much run everything. You might own your masters and all of that, but at the end of the day, we get the last say so on what you getting to put out. So I think like that independent wave is, you'll see so much more success, so much happiness in it, you know what I'm saying, from an artist, because everybody tied down the labels. Everybody got to do this or do that because of a piece of paper. Like, nah, I'd rather do this and put everybody else on after I get there doing it myself, you know what I'm saying? Whether it take my time or not. Like I like that. That just show grind, that show work ethic. Like, so I really say Dolph for sure.
So with that being said, because like you say, you named Slim Dunkin. Is he one of the biggest reasons why you named yourself Jim Dunkin?
He not. Like that's what's crazy.
I had to ask,
because I knew that was gonna be one thing. Like it's gonna be hard for people to believe like that didn't come from it. Like
I said, I know you, so I'm like, look, you already know you and my brother basically best friends. So I'm just like, you already know. Every time y'all came around, you bumping Slim Dunkin, he bumping Gucci. So I'm like, bro, come on, man. So that's why you know I had to ask, man.
It really, I mean, initially, but it really just came my socials. Like it was just like Pedro Dunkin on Twitter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like people started calling me Pedro Dunkin. Like even when I got to school and college, like people would just call me like, hey yo, Pedro Dunkin, like, hey yo, Dunkin, like, and like people literally called me Dunk before I even said I was gonna ever be a rap. Like a lot of my friends, hey yo, Dunk, like Dunkin, like, and it's just like it was just my social media handle at the time. Like I wasn't saying like, hey yo, I'm Dunk. Like I never told anybody my name was Dunk anything, but I just kind of picked up that nickname. And then like when I started rapping, I just said, hey yo, I might start rapping. Nobody knew, nothing. So it was just like, I need a name. My first song was coming out, and I was sending random text messages. People I ain't talked to in a minute, like, hey bro, I'm about to start rapping. What you think my rap name should be? And it's just like Jim Dunkin. Like everybody was just like Jim Dunkin, like Jim Dunkin. So it was all right, bet I'm Jim Dunkin. So it was just like, why would I go against what the closest people to me call me, everything else? Like it's just like, hey bro, boom, Jim Dunkin, I'm going with it. So it's just like it ain't because it was Slim Dunkin. Like, nah, that's kind of I got that from my real. I just like Slim Dunkin that much. All right. Niggas started calling me Dunkin. So it's like, all right, bro, I'm Jim Dunkin. It's perfect.
Nah, I think that's like super creative as well, man. Even though, like I said, some people may try to tell you, but like I said, once they hear this story about why you chose that, they'll understand it better. And then I know you mentioned too the thing about the labels, and it's also interesting too because a lot of, like you said, artists are going the independent route. One thing I want to ask you, is that something you would never consider?
Oh, I would always consider it, you know what I'm saying, as long as it's set up right, you know what I'm saying? Like I really have to do my research and I really have to make sure like everything gonna be how I want it to be through a label, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna just let a label use me, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, if it's anything, this is more like a partnership, you know what I'm saying? I understand the business of it, you know, even with being in the league, like, I see how it works, like certain things, but everything is negotiable. So like I never leave it out just out of my plans, but I definitely like much rather go independent. But nah, the label thing just not off the table.
Okay.
You just gotta make sure it's set up right because motherfuckers out here making music just to make music. Like, gotta pretend that they rich for real because they signed to a label, but ain't making no money. That's scary.
And see, one story I thought of too was recently anyway, was when the baby signed his label deal with, I believe, who did he sign with, man? I forget who he's.
Is he with? Is it Interscope?
I thought it was. I think it might be.
I don't know.
But I remember when he signed his label, it is Interscope. But yeah, when he signed his label, I was thinking about him because I think actually Stunner for Vegas is signed under him, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I always wondered how that was because I always thought Stunner was actually independent. And they might have been for a little bit, but I guess he was always signed under the $1 Billion Baby Group or the Billion Baby Group. So that's one person I thought of. He's also from North Carolina. And then you got other artists, artists that are coming out of North Carolina, such as Maury. And I think he might be independent, or he might be ready to sign something.
I think he just signed not too long ago.
Mm-hmm. So it's always interesting to hear like people's takes on, like I said, the independent music space versus the label music space when you got the baby and all that going their route. So that's why I just wanted to ask you how you felt about it, and you told us. But you never know, man. The baby
Yeah,
might.
and see, baby, one of the ones that set it up right. You know what I'm saying? For like he came in on it like, all right, I'm signing, but I got my like this is me. Like I got my own. Like he one of the ones that came in and did do it the right way.
Mm-hmm. And so that's like I said, that's just one person that came off the top of my head. And then of course in the independent music space, you got Young Dolph. I know Mac Miller was really big on the independent music space. Wiz was for a long time, and then I guess he finally signed. When he got really big, I think after Cushion Up Orange Juice, that's when he started signing his deals. So
He
Nipsey
set up
Hussle.
his label too.
you said who?
Nipsey.
Oh,
Nipsey
Nipsey.
Come on, bro.
I didn't know Nipsey was
Nipsey.
independent. I thought he was signed under one of the artists out
bro.
there.
Come on, bro.
Oh, my bad, man. Well, speak on it then.
Just saying, bro. Talk about independent. You got to throw Nip in there, bro. Always on his master, bro. He on all that. All them spins go to his family, bro.
So, next question, man. What are some motivating factors that keep you going? As difficult as the music industry is, what's something that just keeps you going, keeps you grinding?
For real. I mean, I got kids, but I mean that's like if a nigga got kids, you expect that. But honestly, just really like my friends that's around me. Honestly, like being able to send your friends like your art and like they really, really like it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what really keep you going. We know as men, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we want to kick it with our guys, talk, chop it up, you know what I'm saying? Share the shit that we wouldn't share with everybody else. So, you know what I'm saying, my music is real personal to me. So I feel like my friends, like my close friends that I share my music with, really, that's one of the most motivating things. Like sending the song that I just finished in the studio, then my boy like, oh snap, like, and they really give you details on like, oh, I like this, I like that. Like they dive into your music like a critic. Like once you get that from your friends, you know what I'm saying, and then like that's constructive criticism. Like even if it's like, oh, they don't really like it, like you know what you got to do better. So I feel like that's been my biggest motivation, you know, because it get hard, it get tough. Like, yo, I don't think nobody really liking this. Ain't nobody really pushing this, you know what I'm saying? All it takes for one of the homies just kind of throw up a little story, like, yo, I was listening to your old joint or whatever else. Like, that always give you that, like, all right, bro, as long as I got one person, like, I'm gonna keep doing this.
Hey, for real.
For real.
And I'll speak to you on that too, man, because I ain't gonna lie, when we first started, on our podcast journey, man, we didn't think a lot of people would be receptive to it. Well, I mean, I guess we didn't really think it, but like after the first episode, man, we looked and we seen like, oh shit, 100 people listen to us. And we, and then even then, of course, some of that 100 is probably gonna go away because it's first timers who just kind of tuning in to see what we talking about, see if it's something they can vibe with. But then after a while, man, you got those same, let's say 30, 40, 50 people still listening. And even today, I still got people that come up to me and be like, yo, where's the podcast at? And it like you said, man, it just makes you feel good. And it's just like, yo, I don't care if I got, my mama listening to it. I'm going to still make this jump. You feel me? Like, so
I'm about to say, go back to what Master P said, bro. He said when he was in California, he was doing his show and they ain't nobody rock with his shit, bro. He was performing in front of the crowd, like opening up for artists, bro. He said it was one dude that was rocking with him, bro. He said, I'm gonna turn that one dude into millions, bro. And he did. That's some real shit, bro. He turned one dude that was vibing to his music into millions of people, bro. I'm like, damn.
And that's one thing I definitely say, man, is, man, just, of course, you already know this, but be persistent, continue it. We rock with you. I know I definitely do if don't nobody else do it. And, we just got to keep that going because especially you already know you from the 2-5 and you already know you got you got us at least, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? God damn.
Hey, bro, you get like the end of the year, like Apple gave like the artists and shit.
Yeah.
Had like 7 hours Jim Dunkin on that home. So I was like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I'll be bumping it. Still balling. That was my shit. We'll talk about that later, but
Hey man, real quick, it can't be worse than internet without a little controversy, bro. How you put Quayshawn in the video before me when I used to give y'all rides, bro?
Nah, he ain't been in no video.
You sure?
Positive.
Oh, okay. I was
just testing. See,
I was just testing.
See, I ain't taking that L.
Hey, look. Well, nah, look, I had to test you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I better get the first one. You know, at least put my car in there. That's all I ask.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, you pull up in that, man. You big time. You already know.
I don't even want to be in the video. Just put the car in there, bro.
Yeah,
all right.
bro.
You gotta be here. You gotta do like Hellcats and Track Hawks, bro. If you paid video, then you gotta be in that video doing burnouts and shit on the video, the background.
Yeah, man, get it at 4K.
That be the background out there burning out, boy.
Hey, we're gonna be at H&K, bro.
Yeah, bro, let's do it right on the corner.
It just don't crash like they did in We Paid video, bro.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, they were wild.
ain't got no insurance. Anyway, so what we but speaking of, man, people that have supported you, man, how has your support system been?
I say it's gotten better because at first, like, everybody was just stuck on that football wave, man. It was just still like kind of like, we got to get you right for football. We got to do this for football. And it's just like, it's more why you want to do music, not I'm supporting you doing music. Like, why you want to do this? And it's just like, okay, I tell you why I want to do this. Like, you just kind of get that feedback from like, I don't really believe it. Like, you ain't never seen it. You don't really know me enough. Like, you ain't been around me day in, day out my whole life to really know certain stuff. So it's just like, but I feel like the support is really come a long way as far as like other places outside of where, you know what I'm saying, like I'm from. Like, when I did drop Still Ballin', after the first week, I had more plays in Memphis than I did in Washington. And it was just like, yo, like the support, like, it's like for me to just be doing this, just starting, it was just like, all right, it's great because I see that I'm touching in different areas. It might not be a lot of people in every single area, but to see like concentrated like areas, like kind of listening to my music, like, hey, like that give me somewhere to go in the future for my music. Like, I know like what type of style I want to put on everything, what type of flavor I want to put on everything. Like, so the support being real good, you know, even down to like producers, like just kind of hitting me up from all over the place. It's just like, people ask me all the time, like, where your producers from? Like, bro, half of them from overseas for real. Like, because they be out here hitting me up, you know what I'm saying? Like, they see I'm working, like they just want to work with people that they see working. So I feel like the support, like, it increases when they see the consistency, when they see the drive, when they see, all right, it's something put together, not just, oh, I made a song, listen to it. Like, all right, this took some time, this took some care. Like, this is an art, this is a craft. So I feel like the support, like, since I started, is gone like way up because like I just been trying everything. I just been venturing out. I've been hitting people up. I've been trying this. I've been trying that. Whether it can be deemed a success or not, like as far as numbers or whatever else, like forget that. Like, I see people actually taking the time out to listen to this, to throw it out there, to bop to it, like, hey, I like this. Let me know that they like it, you know what I'm saying? So the support been low-key crazy. I've been loving it for real, for real.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. To be a rapper, that shit, you gotta be different mentally, bro. I'm gonna be real, bro. Just thinking about trying to make it as a rapper, bro. First of all, you tell somebody you rap, bro. What's the first thing they gonna say, bro? Nigga, everybody rap.
Everybody rap.
Even me, bro. Somebody come to me with a rap, talk about they rap, bro. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's hard to even penetrate somebody to even listen, bro. Like, to get somebody to even listen, bro. So your determination and shit got to be on a whole nother level, bro. Your confidence, your mental just got to be on a whole nother level, bro, to try to make it as a rapper. I understand anything, a ball player, yeah, cool, whatever. But rapping, bro, everybody and they mama rap, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you do? You feel me? What you gonna do that's gonna stick out from the next man, bro? So I commend you for even doing that, bro, for real. Because I got some family members, boy, I don't even want to talk about it. I ain't even gonna go there, bro. Get hot.
Nah.
So I know that's one thing I wanted to ask you about as well. Like, how difficult is it being in the, like I said, the rap industry, especially with everybody around you that's either, you know, they might be, you know, your competition, or they could be, you know, some of your friends, but it's either way, it's kind of still all competition at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So how difficult is that?
It's I see it being like difficult for a lot of other rappers, like even dudes that's been rapping for years. But for me, like it's second nature because I've been like that football. I've been at the highest level. Like it's competition every day. Like that's how I like to live my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like my best friend, one of my closest friends, Davon. Like we played the same position every year that we played football, and we literally competed against each other every single day in football. But we lived in the same house with each other, and we was roommates before games every single game that we played. So it's just like, hey, bro, like you my dog, but hey, we elevate each other. Like if you my homeboy and you rap, you know what I'm saying? I'll bring you something. Like I want you to the next time you make something, like try to make it better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like not try, but put so much effort, put so much work into it that you're gonna be better than that. You know what I'm saying? But like a lot of people fall into that competition trap because it's just like the social media stuff, it don't really help. And it's just like I'm better than him, I'm better than them. Like, bro, when I go into this music, it's just like literally Jim Dunkin. Like no other artists in the world even exist to me. Like whether they are like local, whether they big time, like when Jim Duncan is on, like it's just me. Like when I'm attacking this, it's just me. Like I'm not doing my promo to have my promo better than the best rapper that I think is in North Carolina. I do my promo to do it better than my last promo that I did. Because if I'm trying to top somebody else, you know what I'm saying, that's when my whole vision get distorted. Everything that I've been putting together, like it's changing because of another man. Like
Mm-hmm.
like, and a lot of people don't understand they be doing that when it comes to this music. Like, you making changes, you doing all this, that, and the third. You changing captions because you feel like you not liked as much because of this or that, or they like another artist more because of cloud. And like that don't matter, bro. Don't none of that matter if you working on you. So
Right.
I think I kind of eliminate that by just saying like, bro, I'm the only rapper alive. So that means I'm the best rapper alive. So when I go in here, like I'm the best rapper, I do this the best, I do that the best because I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna care about it. I don't care who else is out here. Like it's really all about Jim Duncan when I'm going into this music.
That's fact. And I like the way you said that. And that's the way we need to go about that because we ain't the only podcast out there, but when we on this podcast, we the best podcast out
You're
there.
the best podcast.
There we go. I see. We gotta have that same mentality, and hopefully we
Nah,
don't.
shit, I got it. Don't worry. You ain't talking to yourself, man. You talking to me. I'm built different, boy.
You the reason. You really the reason why we stopped this. But anyway,
I feel like
I am the
I feel like I'm at
podcast.
church real quick, but that one piece, you already know what it is. You know what's up. I be bullshit.
But no, that's real
Cheers.
talk. That's real talk.
I do, bro.
I got a question to ask you based off you saying that, because that's the right mentality to have. But do your style mimic anybody or similar to anybody, or you got your own different style of rap?
Yeah, I feel like that's what separate me. Like I have my style, and it's just when you hear my music, it's just he sound like he got this kind of style, but he could be this kind of style, or this, and it's just like, well, yo, I got songs where I'm making two verses and I sound like two completely different people, but it's just because I mean that's just me. Like I'm not going in there to mimic a style. I can't say who my style is because even with my new album, like you're gonna hear this one and it's gonna be like it's totally different from the first one, but it's the same, but it's just like because there's so much different stuff going on. I done touched so many different places. It's just like, man, I don't even got a style, bro. I just go in there and
Yeah.
make music. Whatever I really feel. Like I don't have a style yet because I ain't even been making music long enough to have one. Or so it's just like I'm still finding that myself. So yeah, it's hard to say. Like I even have a style, but I think that's what made me unique in the music. Like I just kind of really combine everything that influenced me, and I just lay it down on the track. I mean, when it come out, it just come out how I want it to.
I got another question. So when you making your music, like what do you draw your inspiration like for writing? Like, do you first of all do you write or do you punch in?
All right. One take, my album called One Take Dump, and I go in the studio, I get my engineer to cut on the beat. About 75% of the time, I'll have about 3 lines that I wrote somewhere from a while ago, and I'll just kind of take it, and then I go in there on the song, and then we just do it front to back. And we kind of like, I went in the studio, and my engineer was just like, yo, Ain't too many people that come here and do that. I bet. And every time we recorded, I would just go in there and do it. And I was just like, all right, bro, I'm gonna collect every song that I just did front to back, no punching, no nothing, just literally hook and all, front to back, and I'm gonna put it out. And because like that's tough, because I mean I got one song up there that I wrote like start to finish, and I'm recording that actually today in a couple hours. But other than that, everything is just really off the head.
Yeah.
There we go. So I want to transition from what we were just talking about to let's talk about some of your projects. Let's talk about Still Ballin'. How was that received from your point of view?
I feel like it was perceived very well. I feel like I set the bar, you know what I'm saying, for myself real high with it, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody knew anything about my music ever, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just a mystery. Like, is this gonna be good or is this gonna be bad? And that was just really it. Like either I had to put out something that was gonna be good or bad. Like they was gonna like it or not. And I feel like people liked it. You know what I'm saying? Because I still put in that work, same everything that I'm putting in now, but it's just like they weren't expecting that. They was expecting less. Like I feel like it got a good review. Yeah, it was great, you know what I'm saying? But because it was expected to be less, like nobody really expected it to be any good, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like now that I got to set, like, okay, this guy can make music, so all right, everything from after this gotta be better. And I feel like I set the bar high with Still Balling, you know what I'm saying, the way I came in, the way I did everything, because of the reception that I got from it.
So I'm gonna be honest, I liked it, man. And
What you said, bro?
my
What
fault.
you said, Optimus Prime? That boy
chill.
did the
Chill out,
mannequin
chill out.
challenge. Boy, I ain't know what happened.
On and on and on and on.
That boy did the
But nah, man,
mannequin challenge.
I was saying one of my favorite songs from your Still Ballin' album was "Goat" with you and Quez.
Yeah.
And like I rock with the beat, I rock with what you were saying, rock with what Quez was saying, I rock with the video y'all produced, man. That song from front to end, I thought showcase you just your pinnacle of where you can reach. And so like I was listening to it, and like I said, with the upbeat, and like I said, I like very upbeat songs. I like I said, when I listen to a song, I get cultivated by the beat first. And then when I start listening to the words, I'm like, okay. And like you said, when you start listening to it, you just like, okay, Jimmy can spit a little bit.
Yeah.
And so like that's why I said you listen. That's one of my favorite songs from that album. So I'm excited to see especially your progress from that from Still Ballin' to One Take Dunk. And that's one of the things that I wanted to ask you as well is how did you grow from your first project until now?
Although you went out for like 1 second. You said what?
So how did you grow from your first project Still Ballin' to One Take Dunk?
I would say really the growth is like I took it from just like what I like, you know what I'm saying, in music. Like I just said, all right, Still Balling is gonna be the type of music that I like. But I said, all right, what do my fans like? So I kind of sat around listening to what everybody kind of seemed to like the most from that album. And I was just like, all right, how can I take that and kind of capitalize on it, but also still say like, all right, I'm still elevating as an artist. And I feel like my biggest thing was I did kind of slow it down, you know, like you said, do that beat, like that's the very first thing. And I feel like, all right, I'm gonna start the album off like that, but I'm gonna let them know, like, all right, that ain't just it, you know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna get like, okay, this is Jim Dunkin, you get that beat and you get that kind of that up tempo, but like I can slow it down too, you know what I'm saying? Like I can touch a whole nother lane of music, like even down to R&B, like it don't matter. Like everything, not just rap, like, but not just, okay, I can do an R&B song. Like I can do some R&B type song, 3 of them, 2 of them, 4, 5, how many ever you want. Like it ain't just, hold on, I can just do this on a feature. Like, nah, but I still kept that style. And I feel like I got much more personal on this album, you know, and I feel like that's what people want. Like they want to hear more insight, like, all right, what did happen on the inside? What did happen, you know what I'm saying, behind this athlete and whatever else? Like, what else did go on? You know what I'm saying? What even party stories, you know what I'm saying? People want to hear that type of stuff. Like, I got some wild ones. But it's just like, I know how to make it sound good on music now. So it's just like being able to take my personal experiences and kind of add that to my musical flavor. Like, I feel like that's my biggest growth, like taking personal things and not overdoing it, you know what I'm saying, but using it so that other people will feel it. You know, like people don't want to hear your music and be like, oh, it's hard. People want to feel it, you know what I'm saying? People want that, man, I want to play this 3 times. When I hear a song I like, it stay on the radio the whole way up the highway. Like, ain't nobody with me, boys. It's gonna repeat the whole time. I want to bring that like into my music now, you know, not just, oh, you good at it, but now I want to kind of touch people. I got a little fan base a little bit, like, hey, let me get them a little something that they might be going through. The people that I know listen to my music might be going through. That's what I really wanted to bring on this album. So I feel like it was a big step for me because I'm private. Like, I'm very private. So I feel like that's going to help me in the future with my music.
I'm going to be real with you, bro.
Hey, man, let's hold on, Doug. Hold on, Doug.
You want to ask all these, you want to be
Let
Oprah.
me go off the record right quick. No. Let me go off the record right quick, bro. So, because, you know, we went to the same school, man. What party stories you got? Like, Nate, let's talk about one party story, man.
You want one?
Yeah, just one, man. It ain't got to be the wildest one. Just one wild one. I mean, I got some too, but I want to see.
Boy, your Wi-Fi over there, ugly boy. Got it.
Is it mine?
No, it ain't you, bro. It's goddamn bet on CD.
Okay, I had to make sure it wasn't mine.
No, bro, you good?
No, it's probably mine, bro.
Look, you had me taking my headphones out and everything. I'm
nah, like, bro, you good, bro. You good. It ain't you, bro. It's him, bro. It's him.
I'm gonna give a semi wild. Just a semi wild one. Oh man, okay, I got one. I can't remember. I think it was 2016. It was summer 16. We went out to the club. I think it was Tuesday. I think it was a Tuesday. Yeah, we went to Penny Draft that night. We was on Tuesday. We got lit, bro. We got so lit, bro. Like, I got the worst dancing videos. Like, my homeboy Trav got the worst dance videos of me ever, bro. I was hugged up with some random white girl, like legit. We hugged up, like, bro. I ain't never spoke to her in my life, bro. We looked like we was in a relationship, bro. But my friends literally carried me around for about 3 hours. They carried me around, bro. Like, blacked out, like, literally got videos, me in the club, like, and I got both arms, like, legit, like, Bernie style, like, bro, I don't remember none of the night. I woke up in, Tyler had the most floors. I think they had like 6 floors, 7 floors. So I was on like the 6th floor in a bathroom. And then like the entire stall, like, just imagine like if you took a paintbrush and just kind of took the paint and just went all the way around the stall. That's what it was like. Like, I had puke everywhere, bro. Like, everywhere. Like,
Jesus.
Fell asleep in the hallway. Somebody RA woke me up, and she had a police officer with him. And he was like, "Are you okay?" Because like they was about to start resuscitating because they thought I was like dead or something, like throw up everywhere. But nah, like, I just popped up, like something in my head was just like, wake up. And then my homeboys came out and we had a team meeting at like 7 a.m. that morning. And we still made it on time, but I blacked out the whole night and they carried me around for about 3 hours. Like, and then I don't know how I got by myself. I don't know nothing. Like, they probably thought I was dead for real. And they probably left me. I ain't even gonna lie. They probably thought I was dead for real. Cause they carried me all night long, like for 3 hours through the club and everything, like just legit carrying me. But it was crazy. But I had a lot of nights like that where we had to carry each other literally all night because you ain't going home. We turning up with or without you. So you gonna come in here blacked out, but you gonna get home safe. It was a lot of those. Whole lot of those. I ain't get no ins and outs though.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember I seen you at one party. I mean, we're gonna name the party, but yeah, you was a little lit. So we just gonna keep it at that. We're just gonna keep it at that. Don't worry, man. I'll tell you later. You later. Go ahead, man.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, bro, when it comes to your music, with any artist, for me, bro, it's about relatable and just being real. Like, if I know an artist is real, I rock with them, bro. They could be most ignorant rappers there is, but when you just got that sense of realness from them, it ain't no play. You know, I gravitate towards just real people in general, especially even music, bro. It could be ignorant. Somebody would think this ignorant, but I can understand. Like, I can feel it. Like, that shit real. I know a couple artists I listen to, and he was like, bro, you listening? I said, yeah, bro, because I could just tell there ain't no phony. It's legit. So if you keep that, you feel me, going forward in your music, that's gonna take you far.
Yeah. Appreciate that, man. I try to make sure, like, that's one of my biggest things for real. Like, in music, like, it's so real, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people ask me for clean music, and it's just like, I can get the clean music and everything, but that's another lane. Like, bro, I don't, like, I'm underground. Like, I like explicit music. Like, you're not about to tell me you're gonna listen to the clean version of Back in Blood and feel the same way you feel if you heard the dirty version. Like, nah, bro. Like, it's real. Like, I just feel like if you're gonna make it real, just make it real. Like, and that's it. Like, but even down to the line and like people music, you know what I'm saying? Mama could be rapping about foreigns. And it's just like, bro, I just seen you the other day, bro. Like, you didn't have a foreign. You
got
didn't
the Honda,
have
bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to say you got a Honda. Like, it's some bad chicks out here that's with some dudes with a Honda, bro. It's okay to say you got a Honda too, bro. Like, that irks me.
Progress. It's all part of it's part of the process, bro.
Do what you can.
You know what I'm saying?
Do what you can so you can get better,
Temporary,
bro.
bro. Temporary.
That's what I always say, bro. Do what you can so you can get better, bro. I got to move forward out there, bro. Nobody can tell me different, bro.
Hey, look, people think I got a Hellcat, bro. I'm frauding it up. Well, I ain't got no Hellcat, but it's just a Hemi.
Yeah, it sounds the same though.
Hey, you feel me? It'll take off on you. But it ain't
a lot better than what I'm rolling around with. Oh God, boy.
100%.
Been down since day one. That's what I got. I've been paid off.
Yeah.
Tell you all you need to know. My shit been paid off.
Been paid off. That's
Been
all that
paid
matters.
off.
Hey, Doug got the May pops on his car. May pop at any time.
Nah, bro, I got some new tires, bro. Relax, bro.
Oh, my bad.
I finally didn't go cheap for the first time ever, bro. I was sad as hell when I dropped that whatever you said, 340. I was like, bro, go ahead, bro.
We had tears in his eyes.
We ain't gonna talk about it, bro. Go ahead, bro. Continue.
All right, bro. Thing, man. Let's talk about One Take Dunk for a minute, man. What can the people expect from this album, man?
They can really expect like a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like something that be good to listen to, you know, summertime. It's not gonna be just my usual, just go hard type, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Steel Ball. It's One Take Dunk. It's relaxed, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not overly like aggressive like I usually like to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like being aggressive. I play football. Like, that shit cool. I like being turned. But they can really expect like well put together songs, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I'm freestyling, they're still well put together songs, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's really what I wanted to show. Like, I'm freestyling this, you know what I'm saying? This is things that people gotta come punch in, you know, like I'm singing, you know, but it's hard to sing a song all the way through without getting that little, you know what I'm saying, real quick. Like, you out of breath and now it sound bad on the track. Like, that's tough, but I kind of, like, I practice, you know what I'm saying? I train myself and I learn how to do it, you know? So they can really just expect a lot of just realness, like off the top of the head lyrics, but it flow together, you know? I call it freestyling love songs. They can really expect, you know what I'm saying, more of that. And even like down to my singles, I chose my singles because hey, they are the different ones. You know, I got a whole vibe of One Take Dunk, but I did keep that, you know, regular Jim Duncan, but I use that to tell my story, you know, and I feel like that's what's gonna make it pop more, you know, still balling. That's man, that's really just like a club song for real, for real. That's just like a legit freestyle. Like I'm just going in, but I'm doing the same thing, but it's got more meaning to it. Like I feel like that's what they're gonna get the most from One Take Dunk. You're gonna get a lot of meaning out of this. You're gonna get a lot of like, hey, I can tell he meant that, you know. So it's gonna be a lot more interesting to listen to than Still Ballin' was, I would say. Like it'll grab you because it's just like, all right, this real life experience, you know what I'm saying? Like he was saying, like, you want to hear that real, you want to hear that whatever, you know. I had a good life, you know what I'm saying? But one of my songs is Mommy Had Mice, Granny Had Roaches. Like that's real life, you know what I'm saying? Like that ain't me saying like I was just poor, none of that. But hey, it just came out. It's on my music, but that was my reality, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like a lot of people like things like that, just small little lines, like they're gonna be like, yo, I can relate to this dude, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's gonna be a lot of relatable stuff in there, even down to relationships. Like I got a song about it ain't really the best thing to be doing if you're in a relationship, but I know a lot of people done been caught in that situation, and boy, I can make it sound good. So hey, like I want to get at the people, you know what I'm saying? Because people want to hear that, you know what I'm saying? Like I mean, it is what it is. It's real, you know what I'm saying? Even though it sucked, like that is like that, like it's real though, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I like to bring that out. I like to test people like that. Like, dang, that's fucked up shit, but hey, that's real. Like, I like those conversations, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I kind of put a little bit of that in there too, but you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of realness in it, man. They gonna like, they gonna like.
Yeah, I definitely need to hear that relationship song, bro. Let's see what it's about. Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's a couple of them.
Oh, bet. Hey, say word, man. I'll be waiting for that, man. One Take Dunk dropping July 23rd.
What platforms
Y'all
can
got
we find
anything
this
else y'all
on?
want to?
Yeah, what platforms can we find the album on?
Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, Audio Mag. Can you think of any other ones that you use?
All of them, basically.
Yeah, everywhere.
All
Like literally
platforms.
all platforms. Like,
Which platform give you the most love?
Apple Music for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Apple Music for sure. Like 80% of my streams come from Apple Music.
How so you could tell which region of people listen to your stuff on Apple Music as well?
Yeah, you could. And Apple Music got it now. Like the Apple artist stuff that you got to get access to and all that. Like it give you analytics of everything. You know, plays week by week, year by year, month by month. Like even down to the little cities. Like I see when Jamal listen to my music. You know what I'm saying? I know Jamal listens to my song because it ain't nobody else. I don't know anybody else over there. You know what I'm saying? Like so it's gonna show every time he listens to my song. Like I can see.
What's some of the places that get the most listen to your stuff?
The Tennessee area, like I don't know why, but I get the most listens in there, and at home, you know, like Eastern Carolina, like Washington, Greenville, and honestly, Charlotte, Raleigh area. Like it's really Charlotte, Raleigh, Greenville, Washington. You know what I'm saying? As far as NC, those really give me the most. You know what I'm saying? Streams and like reactions and stuff, even down to my social media. Like I see people from those places, like Tennessee, like Raleigh, even Atlanta, like those places, they show much more love on my music.
Any place shock you? Like, damn, they listen to my music over here?
Shit, for real. It was Indiana, somewhere in Indiana.
Damn.
And then it was Delaware. It was just like, bro, I don't know nobody in Delaware. Like, nobody that would even, like, nah. Like, so it's like, so they're listening to my music. And I got more of a Southern sound. So to see it kind of up in those areas, I was like, dang, up there on the map, like, I rock with it, though.
So for a first-time listener, Somebody never heard your music before. What song should they listen to? That's gonna get them.
That's gonna get them. Still ballin'.
Still balling.
Mm-hmm. Still ballin'. That's out right now. Still ballin'. Because I feel like you hear so much of me. Like you hear like, all right, where my influences come from in music. Like you hear all of that in Still Ballin', the song. So I feel like when you hear it, it's just like, all right, yeah, that's him. And then you hear it, that's a sound that ain't nobody really got no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I feel like that would capture him like off the bat, like even down to the beat. Like soon as it go, it's just like, all right, this different. Like ain't nobody else sounding like this. Ain't nobody else making music like this. Ain't nobody else even making like beats like this no more or nothing like that. So I just feel like that one really captured him because it's so different.
All right, bet.
Hey, my personal opinion, y'all, first time listening, man, this is Stone Cold Savage. That's my shit right there.
It's called what?
Stone Cold Savage. That shit hard.
Yeah, I mean that would give you and for real, hey, that would give you the same vibe.
Yeah,
Like
that's
off the rip, like it's just hard. Like, but that's just where I'm from. Like, all right, when you listen to it, all right, bro, it's hard here, bro. Like, no matter what, it's hard. You know, this nigga come from a hard place, no matter what.
Yeah, anything else?
All right,
CD?
fellas, y'all got anything else?
He's still skipping, man.
Exactly. That boy in
Hey,
there.
y'all chill out, bro. Chill on me, bro. Chill on me, bro.
Boy, Skippy.
Damn.
I'm gonna be homeless in about 24 hours, boy. Y'all
Hell,
chill on me.
We can tell. Way this shit going. Jesus Christ.
Well, Maul, take us out since I'm skipping so much.
Do what? Maul to do what?
I got it, bro. All right, man. So again, man, Cowboy, Jim Dunkin, man. What can they follow you on social media before we get out of here, man?
Shoot, anything Jim Dunkin. I promise you, just type in Jim Dunkin, and I'm gonna pop up any social media platform: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, everything Jim Dunkin. Just type in Jim Dunkin, I'm gonna pop right up.
Keep doing your thing, bro. We appreciate you coming on the podcast, bro. It means a lot to it, bro. For sure, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate y'all fellas, man.
Oh, for sure, bro. Keep doing your thing, bro. Hey, I tell anybody, bro, bet on yourself, dog. Bet on yourself. Keep going, bro. Keep grinding, because can't nobody deny the work. Straight up. Can't nobody deny the work that you do each and every day. If you confident and believe in yourself, bro, you gonna make it, bro. So keep doing that shit, bro. Keep doing it.
Love, man.
But with that being said, man, this is a wrap for episode 48, man. I got my boy Dub the GOAT.
You're
Bet on CV.
You know.
It's your boy Call Me Mo. We are out. I'm out.